you probably figured out by now, we are pretty new to this. But we picked up some good ideas during this season and we want to share those ideas with you. I know, the title says 5 boat hacks. Honestly, I didn't count when editing and they're casually mentioned throughout the video. I'll also put them in the description of the video.
So today I am giving myself a little bit of time to work on the boat and learn a little bit about sailing. So I was reading the chapter in my Voyager's Handbook about passage making and preparing for offshore cruising. And one of the things that I found in there that's actually pretty cool that I really liked is that on the reefing lines, for example, and also on the main halyard, they put lines with indelible ink. Let's take one of these. Right now we only have a second reefing line, so I'm gonna pull that all the way in with the sail still down, reef the sail, and when I did that all the way, I'm going to mark my reefing line where it comes out of my spin lock, this one. So I know exactly how far I have to pull in my reefing line in order for it to be reefed completely. And of course when your sail is down that's quite easy, but when your sail's up it gets a lot harder because of the tension. So then at least you know how well you manage. You can do the same thing with the main halyard, and then you just put 1, 2, 3 lines, whatever, depending on how many reefs you have. So you know how far as to drop the main in order to reef it well. So I thought I'm going to try that today, at least with the reefing line that I have, and have some fun. I'm just going to pull it all the way in as far as I can. Okay, now it's stuck, so I'm going to go up and see if it's actually stretched everywhere, and I probably have to open up the lazy back for that in order to see that. So I can check in the front and the back if the line is really stretched and not just hooked somewhere. So I can see here, this is the reefing line, and it leads back. See, there's still a lot left, so I can still pull it all the way in. This one comes from there and goes all the way through the boom, and then this goes in here, and then goes down there, through, and is stuck here. So this has to be really tight here, and then it's reefed well. Make sure it's alright. I'm gonna go check it up front at the mast, through the boom, all the way to here, and it comes back out here. Goes through this snatch block, and this one is on the sail. And this is 1/3 something of the sail, so it makes the sail a lot smaller. And then it is fed here and down, and this one leads back to the cockpit where I just pulled it. This one here is nice and tight. This one is as far down as it can get, so it is really tight now. Now I can put a mark on it, so I know that when I made it all the way to the mark, it is reefed really well. Neat trick for when you are trying to reef while sailing. So now I know whether we're managed or not, because I have a nice big mark on it. Just seemed like a neat trick. Easy job. In a week we are going to leave the boat.
No!
In a week we're going to leave the boat and we're going to go back home to Holland and to Germany. We still have to prepare the boat a little bit for the winter, for the time that we're gone. We made a list. I'm not sure how much we're going to get done today. Let's see how far we get. Okay, so today we start by taking down the sails, cleaning them up, putting them in the boat. It's a little bit windy right now, so let's see if we take the genoa down, but the main sail is going to be easy, so let's start with that one. We changed our mind. We're first going to take down the bimini and the spray hood, so we have enough space, and it's a bit easier to take down the sail and fix the rest.
So velcroed onto the spray hood, we have a little first aid kit.
Good, then we didn't need it. So I decided to just clean the spray hood and the bimini with normal water and just brush it off because it is still a bit dirty. I don't really know what else to use. People say use a little bit of diluted bleach, others say don't do it. Then people say use special products. We don't have any products. So I'm just gonna do it with normal water, clean it off good, let it dry, and then...
Yeah. No. What is that? I've never seen this one.
Hopefully it'll stay good. Also, it's old already. The colors are faded. We might get a new one, so.
I don't know what that is.
Never seen that.
Never seen these as well. I don't know. Interesting.
if you have any tips on how you actually clean your spray hood and your bimini before you winterize it.
So most of the dust hides in these corners.
Keep the colors nice and make sure that it's still waterproof, because ours actually is leaking everywhere. Then let me know in the comments down below. It would be very helpful. So, one thing done on a spray hood. Then we put on some Vaseline on all the zippers. I put some baby oil on the whatever plastic, and then hopefully they get for winter. Next step, cleaning and deflating the pedal board.
We're not the only ones winterizing. Today's a good day. Not too much wind and still warm. So now what we still wanted to do today was get the main down. We don't need to hoist it, so that's easy. And we're thinking about the Genoa, but we're not sure yet.
So what are you doing?
Well, here are these sail sliders. Hold the sail on the mast. They're sail sliders and they need to come down, and here there's a gap for it. And there's this mechanism that's supposed to hold them in place when you don't want them to move out, get out. But the whole season they did, because this is just somehow broken, and I really want to know how it works. If you have the same system and it works for you, please let us know, because this just doesn't. We always have to make sure that the sail sliders are in, because they're not. But now it's great because you can just take them out easy. Easy.
When you want it to come out, it doesn't.
Is this how they are supposed to work? Okay, so that looks quite okay still. So this is the outhaul, the line that runs from the clew of the mainsail to the end of the boom. It stretches out the foot of the sail along the boom and therefore has a lot of tension. It kept making noises throughout the season, so we helped ourselves with WD-40, and that's the result. If you know a proper way to silence a squeaky line, please let us know. Oh well, it's just an outhaul. If you're still watching, that's pretty awesome. Here's what's next. You'll see how our battens are attached to the sail, find out how to clean rust stains without spending a fortune on products, and realize that our boat never looks as clean as in our boat tour video a few months back. Next to the first aid kit, we have a knife in the cockpit so we can cut lines if we really have to. Success!
Yeah.
So next step, we have 3 battens in the main.
4.
4?
Yeah, well,
really?
This is the 4th one, the really small one.
Alright.
We somehow tied it up ourselves at the beginning of the season, because of course we put them in. Really don't remember making these knots. Well, yeah, we have 4 slats and we have 4 battens in here, and they give the sail a little bit of stability, and it's supposed to enhance sailing performance. That's what I've read.
We wouldn't know.
But I assume that makes sense. That's the first one. It's a pretty good system actually, because you have these pockets in here where you just slide them in all the way, and then they get into this plastic cover, and that holds it at the side that is attached to the mast. And then here, because I've read that there are several ways of attaching these battens in your sail, or making sure that they stay in. And this system is actually pretty cool because you have these flaps. Well, maybe we should get them fixed a bit, because look, they're actually breaking. But this is actually pretty good because it can't really shave too much. So mostly this holds up very well and pretty long without the battens shaving through and then sticking out at the end. But I think we have to get this fixed now.
This halyard knot is insanely tight. It's not moving at all. Let's see if this works.
If anybody knows how to untie it, give us some tips for next time.
Maybe there's a better knot for it.
So we don't struggle every time we need to take it off. Good luck, honey. Let us know if you made it. So we are just finishing up. The sun has already gone down. We have the last light now, getting a bit more chilly. We took down the mainsail then, and also the lazy bag. I cleaned it. It's now drying. How's it going?
Good. Do you want to get the genoa down?
Okay, let's do that then. So what are you doing right now?
Well, first I'm gonna undo this shackle so I can take out the genoa from the stay. That shackle holds the stay in place. I think. It's hard to explain, I think. Another shackle that holds the top of the genoa, which has a name as well.
Yeah, to go with the sailing.
What's that thing called?
Words early.
We should learn these things
Yeah.
to seem smarter. Can you let go more? No, that's it, right?
The end.
Alright. Let's hope this doesn't fly up once that shackle's
It
up.
won't. Yoo-hoo! Genoa's
go.
down.
Genoa down.
So that is all we got over there. That's the end of our Genoa halyard.
To lock our outboard engine, we use this padlock. It was outside all season attached to the bimini, and within the last few weeks the rust got it.
The inside should be fine, it works fine, but I'm gonna try something now, and that is
Oxalic acid. Most people know Starbright rust cleaner or any other store brand rust cleaner.
And if you look closely on the ingredient list, everything it is oxalic acid. Oxalic acid you can get on eBay or anywhere else for bulk cheap prices. It comes in powder. If you want to use it, you just mix it with water and then put it back into an empty bottle of Starbright. In Greece we also used acid for all that crazy stuff. I actually don't know what that is. Some friend gave it to us and it helped us with like super corroded screws and getting those out. But I kind of like that stuff most. I mixed it with water and put it back in the bottle. I'm gonna use it with the padlock, wait a few minutes and see if that works. That actually looks quite good. It's been like 10 minutes. I'm gonna dilute it and then I can touch it again. Apparently oxalic is made from rhubarb plants and then it's just extremely concentrated. So when you use water to dilute it, it shouldn't be too much of a nature crime. Almost like brand new.
Since that turned out to be a success, I put my eyes on some nasty parts of the boat to clean those next.
So sometime this week I'm going to use it on the rigging. But there's some rust. When you look at it, you can see it. Here. So I'm trying to get that off. Also these pieces go over there. That's something that oxalic will help. Also this piece over here on the stanchions, and definitely that one. That's gonna get some oxalic treatment, and once it dries, I'm gonna fill it up with petroleum jelly.
After spraying the affected areas and waiting 10 minutes, make sure to use a lot of water to rinse it off. Otherwise, it leaves a trail of rust on your gel coat where the water drained, and then you have to solve it again and drain again.
I think we actually really need to do some cleaning inside. This is not working. terrible. We're done. We just had a nice pizza, but that's all that's left. Was it a good pizza?
Oh, it's really good, yeah.
Homemade. So that was everything we did today. Tonight we'll just hang out on the couch, watch a little Netflix, sit next to our tiny heater. Yeah. To make sure we don't freeze. So see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.